Do you know the rich are getting richer while the poor poorer? According to the Credit Suisse Global Wealth Report in 2021, meaning the time after the COVID-19 pandemic, the world's richest 1%, those who had more than 1 million US dollars, owned 47.8% of all the world's wealth. Secondly, only 13% of the world's population owns 85.6% of the world's wealth. Credit Suisse defines wealth as the marketable value of financial assets plus non-financial assets, principally housing and land minus debts. Then how will the society progress? How will it move forward? Other than government, society role, and responsibility, we have to focus on one more area, that is financial education. Education of money, so that we can take better financial decisions in our lives. Today's topic is related with it, and I'm gonna cover two topics today. One is income versus wealth. So, in this topic, I will discuss the difference between income and wealth. Second is rich versus wealthy. Do you also think that both are the same things? So I'm gonna explain you the difference. Do not worry. Welcome to Mini Money Mastermind with Mahira, your answer to all the questions of finance. My mission is to educate and empower all you guys to take control of your finances and reach your financial goals. I believe that understanding personal finance is essential for living a successful, joyful, and fulfilling life, and I'm here to make it accessible and enjoyable for everyone. I will cover all the key topics you need to know to make smart financial decisions. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on my latest videos. Let's start the journey to financial freedom together. This video is the second video of my series, The General Knowledge of Money. So in this video, I will cover the difference between income and wealth, and then after that, I will discuss the difference between rich and the wealthy. Before moving forward, I want to correct myself on my last video. You see, while I was correcting the subtitles, I noticed that I had said a bond is an IOU from the lender to the borrower. But the correct sentence is a bond is an IOU from the borrower to the lender. Okay? So, sorry if I got you confused. Now let's come back to the topic. Income and wealth are two related but distinct concepts in the world of personal finance. Now, what is income? Income refers to the money that is earned by a person through various sources such as salaries, wages, investments, dividends, bonuses, or rental property. It is typically measured on a regular basis, such as weekly, monthly, or annually. Now, income is subject to taxes and it is considered to be in a flow, like it measures a person's current financial flow. Wealth, on the other hand, refers to a person's total assets, including savings, investments, and property, minus any liabilities such as debt and mortgages. It is used to measure a person's net worth and represents the stability of a person during the long term. So I'm going to explain you the difference between income and wealth through this picture. Now I hope you can see it clearly.
So friends, now I'm going to discuss the difference between income and wealth. Now, let's first talk about the land. Now, the land represents an organization, and an organization can either be corporate or government. So, in this case, the organization is corporate. Its name is ABC Limited. Now, this girl you see over here, well, this girl and this land, they're nothing but just the same corporate organization, ABC Limited. Now these different trees you see, these four different four different trees of apples. Now these trees, I'm not talking about the apples here, okay? Only the trees. These are four different income sources of ABC Limited. Now these apples, these apples are the money earned by ABC Limited. Now, over here you can see Mr. Green. Now, Mr. Green is a very faithful worker, and companies want to have a worker like him. Actually, ABC Limited is very lucky to have such a worker. So, this employee, Mr. Green, he gets 300 rupees salary. Now, salary comes monthly. You know, the income you receive from a job comes on a regular basis, either daily or weekly or monthly. So, if you get it daily, then it is known to be your wages, and if you get it monthly, then it is known as your salary. So, Mr. Green gets his salary every month. It is of 300 rupees. Now, he has his expenses of 200 rupees. So, 100 rupees are remaining. So, like we can say that this apple is remaining because there are three apples, each of 100 rupees. Two he finished, now he has 100 rupees left. Either he can use it on non essential expenses like some holidays or vacations, or he can save it, and over time, when his savings will increase, then he can invest it and create it into wealth. But how will it create? But how will Mr. Green create this apple into wealth? You see, now he's gonna save many of these apples, and after 1 2 years, he has enough money to generate more money. So he thought that he should do a fixed deposit or maybe invest it in a bond or a share. And finally, he decided that he will invest that money in a fixed deposit. Now, before he was going to the bank, he was reading the newspaper and read that the government was building a national highway on some land nearby, and that land was ready to be sold. So he thought that he could buy that land instead of the fixed deposit, because if the government actually builds the national highway, then he will get a bigger interest than the fixed deposit. So he buys some land over there. Now, when the government grew some when the government built that national highway, and then after that many companies started opening their shops as well nearby, so he continued to hold on that land. That's why this he goes like this and plants the seeds of this apple, and a tree is formed. And now the value of that land is continuing to increase, and he can sell that wealth of his anytime, and he will earn income, these apples, from that. That's why these apples are also shown on the tree, because it can generate income. Or even instead of selling it, he can rent, um like he can build a house and rent that house, so then also he will start generating income from that. So now, why am I using a tree only? Why am I not using any other object to represent this wealth he owns? That's because wealth takes time to grow. And same things happen with trees. If you plant a seed, you need time and patience to make it grow into a fully grown tree. So over here, this is how Mr. Green converts his income into wealth. So I hope you understood this clearly.
So, guys, hope you were able to understand the difference between income and wealth by listening to this story. Now, in all, we can see that income is what a person earns every year, and wealth is the accumulation of assets over time. Now, a high income can contribute to building wealth. It is not the only factor, because a person can have high income but low wealth if they have high debt or living expenses. In summary, income is the money that comes in, and wealth is the money that is saved and invested, and it is used to represent a person's net worth at a specific point in time. Now, if I ask you what is income, you can see that income refers to the money a person earns through various sources like job, business, or investment on a regular basis. Now, it is the flow of money that is coming in. Okay? Now, if I ask you what is wealth, then you can reply more simply by saying that wealth is the total value of the assets a person owns, like cash, cash, investments, properties, and other possessions minus any debts. So, it is the stock of money or assets accumulated over time. So easy, okay? Now let's start our second topic of this video, which is rich versus wealthy. Now, rich and wealthy are similar but have some differences in their connotations. Rich describes the person with above average purchase power. Wealth is the ability to live without working. Rich refers to someone who has a lot of money or possessions, but it can also have a negative connotation, implying that the person obtained that wealth through unethical means or flaunts their wealth extravagantly. Wealthy, on the other hand, has a more neutral connotation and refers to someone who has a substantial amount of money, investments, and assets. It can also refer to someone who is financially secure and has a comfortable standard of living. Now, let me tell you some more differences between the rich and the wealthy. Now, the rich work hard to earn their money, but the wealthy earn passive income from their assets. The rich buy expensive cars and clothes, but the wealthy actually invest their money in real estate and stocks. The rich live a flashy lifestyle, but the wealthy live below their means. Examples of rich are company CEOs, company top management, actresses, actors, etc. I'm not telling any name because it isn't good to tell names of such people. They might feel bad, you see. And examples of wealthy are company investors like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and the Infosys founder Mr. Narayan Murthy, etc. And maybe we don't know the names of some wealthy people because they're enjoying their life in some remote area. You might be thinking that being wealthy means how much wealth you will have. Well, just for your information, as of 18 January 2022, the Forbes magazine, according to it had said that the world's top 10 richest billionaires, if you combine all of their wealth, then it is higher than many countries' GDP, like Switzerland, Australia, Spain, etc. Now, what is GDP? Don't worry, I will tell you about GDP in my upcoming videos. Right now, I have to finish all these cities. But for now, you can consider it to be as a country's total income. In summary, we can say that both rich and wealthy mean that you have financial resources, but wealthy has a more positive and stable connotation, while rich has more of a fleeting and negative connotation. Being rich is about having a lot of money, while being wealthy is about having a lot of financial assets and financial security. Thank you for tuning into our channel Mini Money Mastermind with Mahira. Don't forget to hit the like button and share my videos to your friends and family who may also benefit from my content. So, I appreciate your support and I cannot wait to continue bringing you more actionable and informative finance related content. Until next time, happy money management. Bye.